We are talking today about underrated ingredients that you probably need to be adding to your hair routine. So you may want to grab a pen if you want to jot some notes down really quick, or if not, just kick back and we are going to get started. Most of you probably already know what this is because, again, I've showed this many times. This is an ingredient that I use in many of the products in the 180 hair products. And it, again, is nettle. And this has been used forever, decades, centuries, okay, in herbal medicine. So it's great for the body internally, but it's also a hidden gem for your hair care as well. It's a nutrient-rich herb that's packed with vitamins A, C, D, and I believe K. And of course, we talk about vitamins, but we also talk about minerals. Minerals are just as important as vitamins. Your minerals in nettle are going to be iron, magnesium, and silica. Then you have your antioxidants. All of these things help to nourish your scalp and hair. Nettle is especially effective in strengthening the hair, reducing shedding, and promoting growth. When you are dealing with hair loss, when you are trying to regrow your hair, you want to make sure that not only are you regrowing the hair, but you're strengthening. You want your hair to grow out strong. You don't just want it to grow, you want it to grow strong. That way you don't have to worry about shedding or breakage or weak, brittle strands. And then also, nettle has some great DHT blocking properties. We know DHT is a hormone that contributes to balding in women and male pattern baldness in men. The DHT blocking properties makes nettle very valuable for addressing hair loss and thinning. So again, if you are trying to regrow your hair, nettle is going to be a great ingredient. Now, the key benefits, again, it stimulates hair growth, it reduces shedding, it strengthens hair. Now, remember, strengthening your hair is going to be very important if you're trying to regrow it or as you're regrowing it. It's going to help fight dandruff and scalp irritation, and it's going to improve the overall health of your hair. Now, one way you can add it to what you're already using. Now, when you use nettle, you're going to have to brew it. That means you're going to have to make a tea. So you'll take maybe a tablespoon. This is about a tablespoon. Okay. Most of the recipes that I give you, you're going to use a tablespoon at a time. It just makes it that much easier. So you'll take a tablespoon of dried nettle and you'll brew it in some hot water. I prefer distilled water if you can get it. If not, use what you got. So you'll brew it in the hot water, let it cool, and then mix it with your leave-in conditioner or shampoo. So if you don't use a leave-in conditioner, that's fine, but everybody's using shampoo. You'll take the amount of shampoo that you normally would use when you shampoo your hair, maybe put it in a bowl, pour your nettle tea, rinse over in that, and just mix it together, and then shampoo your hair that way. Okay, it's really, really, really that simple. Now, with nettle, there are several DIYs you can do. You can do an oil, a spray, a mask, a rinse. The rinse that I'm talking about that you can use to add to your shampoo or your leave-in conditioner. You'll do the same thing. You'll brew it in your 2 cups of water. You'll let it cool and then use it as a final rinse after you shampoo. So if you don't want to mix it with your shampoo, if you feel like that's going to make it too watery, just use it as a final rinse after your shampoo and then follow up with your conditioner. So, pro tips for using nettle leaf. So with all of these ingredients, I'm going to give you some tips. Now, you're going to need to be consistent with nettle, all right? With any natural ingredient, you're going to need to be consistent. It's going to work best when you use it regularly over time. So that means you can't just use it today and then you don't use it again until 3 weeks from, a month from now. This needs to be a regular part of your routine. So I would say at least 2 times per week. If you are experiencing extreme damage, breakage, thinning, you're going to need to use this a little bit more often. I wouldn't exceed 3 times a week with a shampoo. Now, if you want to just do the nettle rinse and just use it as a rinse with no shampoo, that's fine to do, 3 times a week. But I would not, and especially if you're using like a harsh shampoo, if you're going to shampoo with it, make sure it's a gentle shampoo because we don't want to strip those natural oils from our hair and scalp. So at least 2 times a week for noticeable results with the nettle. Also, if you cannot rinse your hair or use nettle on your hair that often, you can drink it. Remember, this is a medicine. Nettle has been used for centuries as medicine and internal medicine. So you can drink the nettle tea. Now, it doesn't taste that great. I'm gonna tell you now. When I have to drink herbal teas, I just make it and I get it warm enough to where I can just down it. Because I don't like adding a lot of sugar and honey. I mean, you could add honey to it if you want to give it some flavor or make it sweeter. But when I take or drink herbal teas, I just kill it. Yes, you can use it as a daily moisturizer, but it needs to be infused in an oil first. But if you combine it with your favorite hair oil and just let that nettle infuse in the oil, I would say maybe 2 weeks, 30 days, if you can. And then, yes, you can definitely use that on your scalp. And that would be great. Now, I also love nettle because it is very budget friendly. You can get like a 2-pound bag probably for less than 20 bucks. A pound of nettle is going to last you probably the rest of your life. You can buy that and share it with your family and friends. And then again, just a quick note on the products, the 180 products. So everything, most of the stuff that I make has the ingredients in it that we talked about today, particularly the balm. Now, whether you get the liquid or the solid version, these have all of the ingredients in them that we talked about today. If everything that you've done up until now isn't working, then let's learn about different ingredients and different methods and habits that we can do to, or maybe our hair needs something a little bit more than what we've been giving it. We just don't know what that is or what to give it. So we have to be brave enough to try new things, okay? And just know that every single thing that works for one person is not going to work for everybody. So again, I will have links to these in the description. I'll have everything in there that you need to go take a look at these ingredients and decide if you want to purchase them for yourself. And as always, remember, you deserve hair that's healthy and growing. And it is my mission to help you get there. Thank you all again so much for being here, and I will see you in the next